The Whiskey Brothers podcast is intended for an adult listening audience. If you find yourself easily offended, I guarantee this will do it.
They don't want no problems. Nah.
From Houston, Texas, the Whiskey Brothers podcast starts now.
Welcome to the Whiskey Brothers podcast. I think this is episode 654. I wouldn't really think. We are the Whiskey Brothers. We are live. This is our second half of the week episode, so it means we're recording in Europe. I'm Slade Ham, not with us Rob Mungle, not with us Sam Damaris, not with us Trey Tutson, but Dale Cheeseman is here.
Always.
And that's important. We're also joined by the entire rest of this tour. I think Julie Scoggins is on her way down, but for sure Jason Salmon is at the table.
What's up?
And Kevin Iso. Man, you've been on before.
I'm here.
Friend of the podcast.
I'm here.
You're so quiet. I
In
can't
place
turn
of
you up
Sam.
at all.
I'm in here in place of Sam Damaris.
Or Trey. I always keep a black guy close.
No, I'm not here for Trey.
Well, we'll wait till the other shots come out. Where are we right now? We're in Naples, Italy.
Napoli.
The
Napoli.
Napoli of Italy.
We are
What it means.
substantially more awake than we were on the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That I think happened in Turkey.
Yeah, well, we got the reload in Kosovo at that 5-star hotel. Now they put us in another hotel, and it's nice. But
you
coming
can
off of that other one, this place is a fucking
That
dump.
was a 5-star hotel. If
This
you
is-
walk outside, you can see stars.
Yeah. This is more of a 5-meteor hotel.
Is that what landed on?
Yeah. It's
Five something
It
falling
is a
from a
celestial
plane.
body, but it's fallen to the earth quickly.
That bed is like camping in a parking lot.
No, my stupid horse bit is coming true over this tour. Remember, again, I got 2 little twin beds shoved together. No blanket last night. I slept under the rug. And that's not like
The
hyperbole.
bed rug. It's
it
called
was
a bed rug.
The rug.
Somebody explain that. I've never. Is it just? It's just decorative.
I
right?
assume it's decorative.
Or is
I
it
don't
for-
understand that.
I made it practical, for sure.
I live with a woman who has extra pillows for looks, and I don't understand that at all.
The
I do.
the
Do you?
decorative element.
Yeah.
Like Kevin.
Pillows are nice. What do you mean?
This is an anti-pillow podcast.
Well, shit. Goodbye.
Pillows make soft men.
I didn't realize that was going to be the topic that drove us apart.
That's the dividing issue.
What? How fucking evil you got to be like fuck pillows? Like
No.
I'm not mad at extra pillows on a bed.
Look, I'm a
What?
hard ass, and there's only one
if
way
you
you
got-
become a hard ass. It's by not sitting on
If
pillows.
you got 10 pillows, I'm gonna put my head on at least 8 of them.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you.
Really?
I enjoy a good.
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm
trying to
okay.
sleep like a
Roll around.
Klingon.
I'm okay with a utility pillow, but if I got to take a pillow and put it on the ground in order to have a comfortable sleep, that feels like a lot of extra
The
work.
last place we were, how many pillows were on the bed? Like 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I used them all to block my curtain so that the light wouldn't get in the morning.
Wait, in Kosovo,
Yeah,
the curtains were pretty.
they were
solid.
pretty solid.
I just paid a local woman €2 to stand there all night holding it together.
Kosovo was cheap. Kosovo was
So cheap. Oh my god.
You know,
in fact, €2. You probably got ripped off, my friend.
We
Well,
had
I forget you're not supposed to tip over here.
There was a €1 woman out there somewhere.
we had a tour guide in Kosovo that I as a matter of fact I think we can probably get him on here for a little bit as these are being. Thank you so much.
333.
Now they know where to find you.
Yeah.
I think we can get our
That's
we have
not
our,
his
our
room
Kosovar tour guide
Kosovian?
because it could be Kosovar.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Oh, he's here.
You called me from Kosovo.
Prek, how are you?
Welcome.
You know, I just camp in the back of the van thing you drive around.
It's what all did we see while we were there?
Tracksuits mostly. Yeah, that's what we love in Kosovo.
You sound like the guy from Red Dead Redemption 2.
Get up, cowboy.
You know, if you get to almost the final phase, there's a man named Yuri who comes out trying to sell you watches. He says, "That is my cousin."
Let's toast to Yuri.
Gentlemen, to Yuri. I know somebody's got to talk while I do the shot.
I'm saying something.
Whoa, Dale, you are this guy. He called the cheese man. That's because when he talks, it sounds like he's still got some of it in his throat.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And by it, I'm no longer talking about cheese, if you know what I'm meaning.
Yuri, you got me again.
Guys, by the time we recorded last, had we taken our horseback ride yet?
No, we had not.
This is kind of cool.
Yeah.
We were in Turkey, and after all of the nightmarish travel and everything that had happened, we were told that we were taking horses up to a secure site somewhere in the Turkish mountains.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Yuri, you're going to need to leave for this. Okay, go to the shit box.
No, that's not. That's just a stool.
You know what? Just keep doing what you're doing, buddy.
Right,
keep
fine.
doing what you're doing.
So I knew what we were doing, and it was very important. Michelle is our AFE rep, so she's kind of tagging along with us on the entire tour, and she thought it would be great to not tell you guys what we were doing. And I went, you know what? I'm always in for a good lie.
No, not just y'all. The whole base was in on it.
That was what got me.
Everyone we talked to, and they all had this little, just glimmer of a grin, where I had some suspicion, but I'm not. I'm not a smart man.
No.
I wasn't
You're
able
not
to
here for the.
pinpoint it. But like the commander of the base came and picked us up in armored SUVs. And he's like, "All right, we're going to be hauling through Adana down to the base of the mountains where you all pack up on these mules." And I was like, "Real quick, do these have the same rules as the Grand Canyon? Because that's a sad memory from my childhood telling me a mule can't carry me."
Which in retrospect was a tell, because that's when he goes, I was like, wow, that seems like a lot of work for what seems to be a pretty easy answer. Turns out, just bad improv.
He did, but you know what? He was relatively impressive because whoever it was that said, well, so can we take pictures? Because he kept going, once we get to the stables. And I knew what he meant. I knew he was just talking in metaphor.
That's right. He said we couldn't take pictures.
And somebody
of the
goes, can you take
stables."
pictures at the stables? And he quickly goes, oh, no. There's a Turkish guy there who's very camera shy. He's been a stable guy for the longest time, and he's really, really concerned about his location being.
Which, I don't know about you guys, but in the back of my head, I'm like, so if you take pictures of this man, he gets all get out on you and starts whipping horses instead of bleeding out of his nose.
I was just thinking they were like native Turkish people, like Native Americans, where like you can't take a picture of them
you'll
or
steal
steals their soul.
something like that. But they were telling us like, so we're gonna do this like hour-long trip through the city to the base of the mountain, and we drive like 2 minutes. And he goes, we just gotta stop in here real quick, fill out some paperwork.
And you guys are still buying this at this
I
point.
was ready for it.
I didn't even. I mean, you tell everybody in here has lived near the country, and nobody in here.
Batted an
Yeah,
eye.
they were
was
trying to get us to
fazed
be
by
like,
horses.
oh no, horses. And we're all like, all right.
We're like, yeah, horses. All right, sure.
Jason's
Do I need
so
to
country.
put on my own saddle? Or?
Jason goes, so do we have to break them, or are they already?
I was
lasso
ready.
some
I
wild
was
Turkish
ready
stallions.
to take
I'm
a
still kind of upset we didn't do that.
Not gonna lie to you.
But let's reveal
what we did do as we go
these
through
horses.
our Black Hawk helicopters.
Black Hawk fucking helicopters. dude.
Fucking helicopters.
Dale,
With bombs.
it was my favorite part.
Blackhawks
Look.
who don't play hockey in Chicago.
Yeah.
I was
Big
just trying to
Black
figure out a way to
Hawks.
say
That's
it.
how dope this shit was. People that are on the base hadn't even done this shit before. Like, they were jealous
Excited.
that we
Yeah.
got to do it. They were like, what? Y'all
Yeah.
got to get on the Blackhawks? It's like, yeah, bitch.
Well, they told us they got. They
Maybe
go.
you need to quit doing push-ups and learn a dick joke.
What got me? Because they explained what they were going to do. They're like, well, so we could fly you straight there. I love the way the military gets a little. They kind of brash and start to braggadocious. You know,
Lean back. Well, we got some options.
Well, we were going to take you straight there, and then we figured we'd go ahead and call the Turkish air traffic control and tell them we had a little weather. It's 68 and sunny. 'Cause we're hitting some conditions, so we're going to fly you guys through this canyon called Jurassic Park. And it looks a lot like that. And Dale goes, we're going to see dinosaurs? The guy's like, no, you idiot. And Dale's like, well, you've been lying to me about every fucking thing else. So
This is the military. I'm sure they have a particle beamer they could have used, but like it's still in beta testing, and
Yeah.
one guy showed up inside out.
Yeah. But we got enough time to cover. Oh, shit, we lost Julie.
So we got put in these like 3 Black Hawk helicopters flying through this valley, 3 feet off the ground.
Where did how long before your erection went away?
Yours is gone? I've called a doctor every 4 hours since Turkey just to be like, dude, Black Hawks.
Bro, I've been on them before in Iraq, and I've done them in Afghanistan. Jason and I did we did Chinooks while we were over there,
yeah.
which are like school buses of helicopters. They don't suck. They're still helicopters, but. Dude, that's the first time
A
I've
Chinook
ever...
is just a sideways plane. It's got 2 propellers.
Yeah, but it has an open space in the thing, which is sort of a weird.
It's the Chevy Fiesta
Yeah.
of helicopters.
I've never been flown in essentially parabolic arcs where I watched bags float off the ground and levitate for a moment until they
hit the roof, and then you grab it.
Yeah, yeah.
That was damn near the coolest thing I've ever done in
This
my
comes
life.
out Friday. Seriously, go check our feeds. I spent 3 hours editing the most badass video, and it will get pulled for government reasons. So when you hear this, go check out that video.
We can get one of them up on the, if you're part of the Patreon, we'll get one up, and there's no way they can pull that.
No way they can find that one.
By the way, this was to do a show on a mountain, right? So
Yeah.
we're flying through these rivers and these
Ravines.
mountains, whatever. And then when we get to the top of the mountain and everybody's adrenaline is through the roof. Like, we can't wait to perform for these people because, like, when you're in a helicopter, you kind of forget and you're just like, holy shit, we in a helicopter.
Right.
And then you get on top of there and then it's like 40 dudes that can't lead this mountain. They up there like Shawshank Redemption mountain version. And then
After dinner, every single one of them saves their spoon just so they could dig a hole through the mountain.
They just dig a hole until they reach another hole.
I remember when Andy Dufresne came to this mountaintop.
they stuck up there, and then so we just rock out for them on the dopest show, man. Probably, I don't think I've.
Is that the best show you've ever had?
I can't say I've done anything like from beginning to end, getting there, performing for people that were so grateful, and then like. I don't think
Here's
I've done
what I
anything
appreciate.
doper.
I appreciate that they knew so much how we were just gonna be floored by that whole experience. And as soon as we got off the Blackhawks, we went into the cafeteria and they gave us meatloaf, and we're all like, meatloaf!
This is the coolest meatloaf I've ever had.
This is the greatest meatloaf I've
They
ever
could
eaten.
have put mayonnaise on bread.
This is my meatloaf. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
They could have put wet bread into a container, and we would have gone, this is sweet.
Gruel. I would have eaten gruel and been happy to do it.
Yeah,
Great.
and we were just jacked.
I think there's something to be said
Everybody
about...
around us who was up there was like, ugh.
But is there not something to be said about having been lied to like that? Like, I feel like if we'd all had a day to really wrap our brains around what that was going to be like, we'd have come up with a different... Would have either been really let down or I don't know. It's
I do think that it was this sort. It's like that going to see a movie when you know nothing about the movie and it turns out to be a great movie.
Now I know how
But in real
women
life.
feel sometimes when I lie to them and say I'm somewhere nice. Because
Says the
nobody's
guy-
ever done that
Says
for
the guy
me
who's
ever
on-
in my life.
They don't
So now
feel
I'm like,
that great about it.
That's true. That's very true.
they get back to your house, you give them meatloaf.
You know what?
It's
Oh my God, this whole time I thought you had money, and then I found out you didn't have money, and I was like, wow, great job.
Why am I eating meatloaf in a styrofoam box? This is not dinner.
I have $2,000.
This is that's what your Tinder profile looks
Your
like.
problem is you described the helicopter and then gave them meatloaf.
Nah, really though. That's how women be feeling.
It's I want to take a quick break because I want to come back. We were talking about your Tinder profile. I want to talk more about it in a minute. More Whiskey Brothers podcast. I think Julie's on her way down too. We're coming right back. Find us praisewhiskey.com. We'll see you in a minute.
Question? Comment? Just need to vent? Email us at podcast@praisewhiskey.com.
Welcome back to the Whiskey Brothers podcast. An entire cast is here finally. I'm Slade Ham, Dale Cheeseman, Jason Salmon, Kevin Iso, and finally we got you on here. We're 650 episodes in to the podcast, and I finally get Julie Scoggins on. Julie Scoggins.
Thank you for having me.
It is,
I'm honored.
What a cool. We were talking about our Blackhawk trip earlier.
Oh boy.
And the you're here to corroborate that wasn't bullshit, right?
I attest that actually did happen. It took place.
And now we're in Italy, and this is weird. Our Italian tour guide has made his way over to the table, and a quick introduction.
Hello,
Hi.
everybody. This is the very best Italian podcast you will ever hear.
The best.
I don't know if we have podcasts. But it's like a pea product.
There's podcast.
You serve. I don't know. Unless it's bolognese.
Bolognese.
I don't know. Podcast bolognese.
Podcast with the cheese.
No, what are you doing?
I'm sorry if that's offensive to you. I didn't mean to mock your.
We don't say cheese, you idiot.
What do you say?
Cheese.
I hear it. I hear that.
You feel the lift?
Yeah.
All right.
This
You
is
sit up in your seat a little more.
It feels so good. We finally got some Southern representation on the between Jason and Julie. I feel like we've hit our quota for Southern accents.
We are the world.
We are the country.
I feel like that's where a black person showed up on the video, and y'all just quit listening. That's you.
We are the. Can I help you?
Just Stevie Wonder, relax. Originally, I know you live in Florida now. Where you're originally? I always get this mixed up. Is it Tennessee or the Carolinas?
Tennessee in the summer, Orlando in the winter, but I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
That's what
born
I
and
thought.
raised. Lived in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands for 4 years on a boat. That was my Jimmy Buffett phase. So I've gotten around a bit, as far as where I've lived. But now those two places, Tennessee and Florida. So that's pretty cool. I'm a snowbird.
Cool. And then we got you out here. We're doing Italy. It's so fun hanging.
Yeah,
and
I don't know if
traveling.
you can hear. We're doing this in the lobby of a hotel, and a traditional Italian orgy just started up, mere feet away from us.
for me?
And I'm the only girl here. So there's that.
Well, bad news. You're
And
next.
here, it's not a
Oh.
sausage
And
fest.
next.
It's like a
And next.
chorizo fest.
Did y'all talk about that?
An Italian sausage fest.
Chorizo.
It's a chorizo.
What is that? Fennel?
It's like a fennel, but different completely.
I like how you do your hand when you say that.
Yeah, that's the only way to do the accents. My left hand's going crazy. Like you're holding a full house and you don't have a straight face.
I like that you named a Mexican sausage in a British pronunciation.
Well, Italian is just a
it's
white
just-
Spanish.
It's just British Spanish. People don't realize that. A lot of people don't know that. It's just British Spanish.
What happened to Fabio?
Fabio. Oh, he's taking his condom off. Good on him. Good on him.
Was that too quick?
We are being very offensive in front of all these people.
Cool part is it's in English.
Every time I add a new physical little thing to it, eventually my eyes are going to start blinking left and right.
Keep that. Give her.
He's got the shoulder twitch thing working.
I suffer from a Parkinson.
That's why Rodney Dangerfield translates so well in Italian.
All the movements.
Italian people don't eat breakfast.
What?
Italian people don't eat breakfast.
At all?
They smoke
Did
it.
you? Did
They
you
do.
try-
They
did-
smoke breakfast and they drink breakfast.
Did you try? Did you come to breakfast this morning?
No, I slept in on that board.
That shit was horrible. It looked like they went to a prison. and Was like, what y'all got left over?
Yeah.
What
it
did-
was.
what did-
It was.
No,
were
not
you
the
gonna-
good stuff. That's what
Were you gonna keep?
What'd you
going?
have?
It were eggs that
Well,
were
hold on.
cold.
Describe the eggs.
The-
It was
They
served
were-
as a
they were-
single
they-
block.
Did you do breakfast, Julie? Did you do breakfast, Julie?
Dead ass a block.
Not here.
Okay, you didn't do it. All right, so carry on.
Look, it was eggs. There was a bunch of
But they're
jelly
not cooked,
and
they're
no
like
bread.
forged.
They didn't have bread when you got in?
There was no bread. They were like.
They had bread when I got here.
Well, they must have took it away when I showed up.
Oh. Well, you showed up first, which helped me because I walked up to Kevin. I go, how's breakfast? He goes,
We coming from a 5-star hotel in Kosovo, and then we thinking like Italy, Naples, yeah. And
Yeah,
it's just
Kosovo,
like-
where like they would cut your eggs up while they jerked you off while you ate.
For point of reference here,
Because they
Julie
don't
just
want you to
came
leave.
down with the soap.
oh yeah.
Apparently, that's not high on the people here's list of things they need, judging by the people on the shuttle buses from the airport.
You keep your soap. Where's the complimentary hair gel?
You come down to the front desk and get a gold chain, no problem.
oh, yeah.
I
you good on
down
wife
last
beaters?
night. I came down last night asking for bar soap, and the guy
gave you the
guy
Godfather
looked for,
too.
He looked for bar soap, I assume, and then he comes out with 2 shampoo, and he goes, "It's the same thing." He tried to sell me on that. I'm like, "You're not selling me on this."
I
Mammals.
traded nylons and Marlboros for those.
In Italy, we are so hairy. We use the shampoo on our bodies.
There's more hair there.
Yeah.
They have their back hair just gelled into a design.
You rinse and
I
repeat
feel like
everything.
you touch me, and I am like a how do you say hedgehog?
Hedgehog. Yeah.
Ron Jeremy said, "Damn."
And this is an interesting way to do a tour too, because it's not like you're fully immersing yourself in any particular culture. It's like flyby. You get 2 days of England, you get 2 days of Turkey, you get 2 days of Kosovo, and then boom, suddenly you're in Italy trying to adjust to everything. And we'll be out of here in 2 days. We have a day off tomorrow, and then we're right out to Germany. I think we're going to really sink our teeth into Germany. We'll have.
I think it's just a shame that we can't be in Turkey for Thanksgiving and be eating turkey in Turkey.
Right.
That would be
Turkey's
so ironic.
by far the funnest, I think.
so far, yeah.
I think.
That's because you and Dale did nothing but drink and dance.
Yeah.
Did a lot of drinking and dancing. But Kosovo was just the spa. Like it was a spa for 3 days.
Drinking and dancing was what they were doing, but what we saw was drinking and moving awkwardly.
Dale looked like
No,
he'd
I
been
cut it up.
tased.
You check that Whiskey Brothers Instagram. I was dancing through my hat. Soldier caught it, put it on. That was probably the coolest moment of my life.
It was weirdly choreographed.
Dale
Yeah.
about to go back to New York.
I
and
was
dance
so
all
drunk.
on that
I was so
MTA
drunk.
subway.
I pulled
He's
up.
about to be all over the train. I'll learn this in Kosovo. nigga.
You're busking on a subway.
You look like you stepped on a bee nest.
Dude,
That's what it looked like.
I was so drunk in Turkey that I pulled off 3 black dance moves. 3 of them.
One you invented.
Kevin just made a face that said, "I don't think you're using the word pulled off correctly."
Or black
I was gonna
or
say-
dance
I was
moves.
going to say 1.5, really.
That's still way better than the average.
Hey, Kevin, we were talking about this earlier. You resemble Childish Gambino from a distance with the beard and the eyes.
Yeah.
And that's not me being just
No,
racially.
I've gotten
yeah.
that. I've gotten that more than once.
How many of his photos do you have on your Tinder profile?
I
right
have
now?
0, but after this, I have 12.
You should have 12, yeah.
I'm gonna put up. I'm gonna go crazy.
Are you
I
on Italian Tinder?
I am. I like playing on Tinder. I don't like being honest. I like putting up pictures of different people. But I was trying to be honest because I don't know.
Because
I
you
don't
want
know
something
why.
meaningful.
I wanted to get married out here and have
Yeah.
They're not used to it.
have
You
an
can
Italian
do the whole
baby.
skin shade spectrum through your 6 pictures. You can start. You can go like from The Rock down to who was the guy from Blood Diamond?
From the guy to the guy who said, "I am the captain now."
I think that was Chadwick
all in
Boseman.
one profile. And just scoop them up. Italian Tinder, dude. Have you ever just looked at like a catalog, like a lingerie catalog? That's what flipping through Italian Tinder is like. By the way, my girlfriend stopped listening to the podcast. I am on Italian Tinder, dude.
How many matches have you gotten out here?
Let's not talk about that.
He's not. She did not stop listening to the podcast.
He said, "Listen."
I was like, how do you text while holding your hand? I really want to fuck you. Please and thank you.
Grazie.
Even if you do get it, you're just gonna get some rattled off line you can't understand that you're gonna have to run through Google Translate.
Si me hablo Italiano.
E mi panga es largo.
Is that I have a big asshole?
I don't know what thing
Yeah,
is.
it is. It is, and you're going to head to a different kind of hookup.
Yeah, boy, it's going to rephrase the definition of the word tender.
Why are you wearing the elbow-high gloves? Oh, you'll see. I just thought it was a very formal date.
Well, none of us have. Well, me and Dale don't have data out here, so
Yeah.
if we catch anything, that's some professional
I
shit
could
right
send
there.
him a picture of me on Google Maps at the hotel where I have Wi-Fi and be like, "Can you get here?"
You'll be getting the campfire girls. That's what you'll be getting.
Campfire lady, suck my dick.
Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Campfire lady, gonorrhea sick.
Doo-dale, doo-dale.
Dale.
Doo-dale, doo-dale.
I love it, this country. Oh, the orgy's over. Italians could not last long, that's for sure.
Did we run an entire Italian orgy?
A little bit. They're just like, these guys are big. We speak English, so they're being very offensive.
Very.
Julie, what are the campfire girls? Tell.
I'm not really sure. I just eavesdropped on you guys' conversation last night explaining it.
That's
From what I understand, it's the working girls' way of attracting customers is to stand
They're
on
different-
the
yeah.
road and
Light a campfire.
A campfire. Now, I don't know where they get, like, kindling. What do they got?
Well,
I
I don't think it's like a campfire. I think it's like the way you see, like in New York, homeless people standing around a burning barrel.
trash can.
But now all these homeless people are like, 6s and 7s.
I heard if you rub your legs together real fast, you could start one.
Wait, y'all saw
There's
homeless
a
women out
scale.
here? Y'all saw some homeless women out here?
No, they're talking about the campfire girls. They're on every. Italy is, I don't want to call it sex positive. It's like pimp positive, I guess. but the
It's
girls,
like sex,
just any
sex employable.
Yeah, just any side street. There's a burning barrel with just women standing by, being like, "You got 10 euros?" Or
Well, it's
we
funny.
doing this?
So here, I guess it's campfires. In Sicily, it is. They're called umbrella girls. They stand on the side of the road with umbrellas, is how you know. And then I remember in Germany, and this is the first time I went. This was like 2001. They all the prostitutes stayed in like these little mini buses from like that '70s show on the
Like
side
they're
of the
touring?
road. Yeah, well, just like the Volkswagen bus, and they would be parked on the side of the road, and they'd have like a light on the inside. And I was with this guy, Don Chernagle was the other comic.
Don't
and
do that to him.
I remember. Fuck it. He didn't get one, but he was like, he would go fuck with him. He'd go up and knock on the window, and the window would roll down, and she's like, "What do you want?" And he was like, "Well, what can you do?" She's like, "Anything you want." And he's like, "How much for you to make balloon animals and piss on me?" And then her dog came running up from the back, was like, "Row, row, row." He's like, "I'm sorry," like she called it.
All right,
That's
no balloons.
That's a lot different from Westheimer, where they stand on the side of the street with their babies.
Also, incidentally, that campfire girl sounded like a vampire. So
Have we
I
not
think
established
there's
they don't do
There's
accents?
a lot of red flags.
What
in
do
this
you
story.
want?
What do you want?
to suck
Come
the-
into my lair.
I want to suck
All
your.
right. I
suck
do want to
your
do
nut.
this,
Too
but
much,
I
too
need
much.
to see you in daylight.
Come on out.
Yeah, what does fluorescent light do to your skin?
Yeah.
We're sadly we got to get out of here in just a second. Here's what's cool. We have another 3.5 weeks on tour in Europe. We're off to a bunch of other countries: Germany, Poland, Romania,
Belgium, Portugal.
Yeah, and then I
Hello,
think
gentlemen. Did somebody say Germany?
Not yet.
Not yet.
You wait in the bus.
They sent me ahead for you guys.
God, y'all are so
Are you ready to have some
punctual.
Puffinschnagel?
Why are you a gay German?
We are not gay. We are just the only version of happy we know.
that's the most.
If you
German
don't sound
emotion.
gay, you sound suicidal. There are 2 types of German. 1 and 2. That's all. No descriptions. We have no time. Do your maths.
And pretty soon we won't have 2, if you know what I mean.
Depends on your religion.
Do me a favor. I want you to look everybody up. Look up Jason Salmon. Look up Kevin Iso. Look up Julie Scoggins. You can follow along all the adventures on all of our social media pages. There's so much more we're going to talk about. We're going to do some of these from the tour bus while we're riding. And I want to get a lot more Julie on because you're one of my favorite people. And you got some cool stories that I want to dig into. Find us all collectively. We're at praisewhiskey.com. There's links over to our Facebook page and our Patreon and all that other good stuff. We're going to see you guys again soon on another episode of the Whiskey Brothers podcast.
They don't want no problems. Nah.
Music provided by Scarface. Thank you for listening to yet another excellent episode of the Whiskey Brothers Podcast, the world's funniest podcast ever. The Whiskey Brothers Podcast was made in America by Americans, mostly in and around the Houston area. All content copyright the Whiskey Brothers. This concludes our broadcast day. Goodbye.